everybody. So in this video, we're talking about factoring trinomials. Now, this is a very important topic, and this is one that we will do lots of examples because there are different types. So here's what you're thinking. Anytime you're talking about factoring a trinomial, this is one of your most important numbers as well as this. But just about everything is based off this number here. So I'm going to look at this positive 20. And here's what I need. I need factors of 20 that I can add together and get 9. So here's what I always tell my students. Write out the multiples of 20. So here I have 1 and 20. Can you combine these to get the number 9? I cannot. All right, go to the next multiple. 2 and 10. Can you combine these in any way to get the number 9? I can't. All right, go to the next multiple. 4 and 5. Can I combine these to get 9? Yes, I can. So these are going to be the numbers I use in my factors here. So I'm going to split this apart into two binomials. So I need two values that can multiply together to give me x squared. Well, that's going to be x and x. And I need two numbers that can multiply together to give me 20 and add to give me 9. So I'm trying to multiply and get a positive 20. I'm trying to combine to get a positive 9. So I need both of these to be positive because a positive times a positive is a positive number. So I'm going to say x plus 4, x plus 5. And here I would have factored that trinomial. These are the two factors that multiply together to give me this. All right, let's look at a different one. So same type. Look at this number. That's the important number, 24. I want to multiply and get a positive 24. I want to combine the multiples to get a positive 10. So let's start. 1 and 24. Can I combine these to get 10? No. Okay, go to the next set of multiples. How about 2 and 12? Can I combine these to get 10? Maybe, because 12 minus 2 is 10. But let's think about that. You said 12 minus 2 gives me 10. If I multiply a negative 2 and a positive 12 together, is that going to give me a positive 24? It is not. So I cannot use this. So now go to the next one. So I have 3 and 8. Can I combine these to get 10? No. That's fine. Go to the next one. What about 4 and 6? Can I combine these to get 10? Yes. So these are the numbers that I'm going to use. So here I have x plus 4 and x plus 6. Now here, I kind of skipped this step right here because there's no number in front of this x squared. So this is really kind of easy. What two things multiply to give me x squared? X and x. So that's why I'm kind of skipping over that point. The main thing to pay attention to is this last number. The multiples of this last number have to combine to give you the number in the middle. All right, last one. Here I have the number 1. All right, now I need the multiples of 1. 1 and 1. 1 times 1 gives me 1. 1 plus 1 will give me 2. Sometimes I've noticed that the trinomials, when the last number is 1, that always kind of throws the students off. But don't let it do that to you because the only multiples of 1 are 1 and 1, right? And that would combine to give you the 2. So here I have x plus 1 and x plus 1. All right. Now, let's look at a few more examples because there's lots of different types of this. Now, on these three examples, pay attention to the value here. You see how it's a positive 3x and now a negative 18? Where before, both of these were positive. Okay, well, that's going to change the way we think about our multiples. So the rule is still the same. I need to multiply to get 18. I need to combine to get 3. Now, I want to multiply and get negative 18. So let's think about this. What are the multiples of 18? Let's start with the obvious. 1 and 18. Can I combine these to get 3? No. All right, go to the next one. 2 and 9. Can I combine these to get 3? No, I can't. All right, go to the next one. 3 and 6. Can I combine these to get 3? Yes. Now we have to think about this. I need to multiply these two numbers to get negative 18. So one of these has to be negative because a positive times a negative gives me a negative. But when I add them, I need to get positive 3. Okay, so which one of these has to be negative so that when I add them, I get a positive 3 and not a negative 3? Well, the 6 has to be positive and the 3 has to be negative. So those are going to be the numbers that go in my factors. So here I would have x minus 3 and x plus 6. That's the way the rule is going to work when we factor here. Okay, let's try another one. So here we have negative 8. So let's write out my factors. 1 and 8. Can I combine these in any way to get 2? Not really. All right, how about 2 and 4? Yeah, 4 minus 2 would give me 2, right? Now, one of these has to be negative to get the negative 8. And we just said 4 minus 2. So here, the 4 would be positive and the 2 would be negative. So my factors would be x minus 2 and x plus 4. All right, so over here we have negative 45. All right, let's look at my factors of 45. 1 and 45. Can I combine these two to get 4? No, I can't. All right, what about 3 and 15? Can I combine these to get 4? No, I can't. What about 5 and 9? Yes, I could. Now, I need to multiply these to get negative 45. So again, one of these has to be negative, but which one? Well, when I combine them, I want to get positive 4. So let's think. Negative 5 plus 9 is positive 4. 5 minus 9 is negative 4, and that would not work. So we're going to make the 5 negative and the 9 positive. So here, this factored would be x minus 5 and x plus 9. All right? Now, let's look at a few more different types. Now, pay attention here. I have a negative and a negative. Nothing's changing about what we're doing. We're only paying attention to the multiples. So let's look at negative 3. What are my multiples of 3? 1 and 3. Now, I need to multiply these together and get a negative number. So only one of these can be negative. Remember, both cannot be negative because a negative times a negative is a positive. So only one of these are going to be negative. Here, I want my answer when I combine to be negative 2. So think about this. What's 3 minus 1? Well, that's positive 2. What's 1 minus 3? That's negative 2. So I want the 3 here to be negative. So in my factors, I would say x plus 1 and x minus 3. Because again, I want to multiply these two numbers, positive 1 times negative 3. There's my negative 3. I want to combine them, positive 1 minus 3, and let that create the middle number. So that's what we're doing to factor. All right, here, let's look at the negative 30. So I have 1 and 30. Can I combine these in any way to get 7? Not really. 2 and 15. Can I combine these in any way? No. What about 3 and 10? Looks like it. 3 and 10 I could combine in some way to get 7. Now, I need a negative 7. So 3 minus 10 gives me a negative 7. Positive 10 minus 3 gives me a positive 7. So I need the larger number here to be negative. So my factors would be x plus 3, x minus 10. Always check with your numbers to see if you're right. What's positive 3 times negative 10? That's negative 30. Now add them. Combine the numbers. What's positive 3 minus 10? That should give you this middle value. All right, as long as you're checking that, you should get these right every time. So here I got 63. 1 and 63. Is that going to work to give me a 2? Probably not. All right, what about 3 and 21? Could I combine those two numbers and get negative 2? Probably not. So the next one's going to be 7. 7 and 9. Could I combine these in any way and get the number 2? I think so. 9 minus 7 is positive 2, so that doesn't work. But positive 7 minus 9, that gives me negative 2. And if I multiply, I get negative 63. So here I would have x plus 7 and x minus 9. All right, let's look at a few more examples. So here my sign, I have a negative and a positive right here. So let's think about that, 24. I want to multiply and get a positive answer. I want to combine and get a negative number. So because I'm multiplying to get a positive number, I know that my numbers both have to be positive or both have to be negative. And since I'm trying to combine and get this negative value, both of my numbers are going to be negative now. So let's look at the multiples of 24. 1 and 24. Can I combine these in any way to create 11? No. All right, move on. 2 and 12. Can I combine these in any way to get 11? No. All right, what about 3 and 8? Can I combine these in any way to get 11? Yes. Well, how do I get 11? 8 plus 3. Okay, but 8 plus 3 is positive 11. So here what I'm going to do is make each of these negative. Negative 3 plus negative 8 is negative 11, and negative 3 times negative 8 is positive 24. So this works. So here I have x minus 3 and x minus 8. And again, once I think this is the answer, check. What's negative 3 times negative 8? Positive 24. What's negative 3 minus, or excuse me, what's negative 3 plus negative 8? Negative 11. So this will work. Now I can check out 49. 1 and 49. Can I combine this in any way to get 14? No, not really. All right, so the next multiple is going to be 7. So 7 times 7 gives me 49, and now I need to combine them to create negative 14. So each of these is going to be negative. Negative 7 plus negative 7 is the negative 14. So here I would have x minus 7 times x minus 7. Always check what's negative 7 times negative 7. Positive 49. What's negative 7 plus negative 7? Negative 14. This works. All right, last one. 72. So I have 1 and 72. There's no way I can combine those and get 17. Fair enough. What about 2 and 36? Probably not. Not going to happen. What about 3? 3 and what number goes into 72? 24? Can't create 17 there. What about 8 and 9? That works. 8 times 9 is 72, and 8 plus 9 is 17. Both of these need to be negative to give me the negative 17. So here I have x minus 8 and x minus 9. All right, just a few more examples. Now, remember what we've said in prior videos. Greatest common factor is never going to go away. I was showing you all those different types of problems to get you accustomed to how to think about the question. Now, these are 3 random trinomials. So we cannot forget about our rules. We're always going to check for greatest common factor. If for any reason we encounter 2 terms, a binomial, we're going to look for difference of squares. Here, we're only working with trinomials, so we're probably not going to run into that, but GCF we always have to look for. So here, I have 4, 12, and 8. Is there a greatest common factor? And I think there is. I think it's 4. So if I factor out a 4, I now have x squared plus 3x plus 2. So remember, factoring is synonymous with division. I factor out a 4, I'm dividing every term by 4. 4 divided by 4 is 1, 12 divided by 4 is 3, 8 divided by 4 is 2. Now look at that last number. Look at this number 2. What are the factors of 2? 1 and 2. Now, I need to multiply and get positive, so I have to have positive, positive, or negative, negative. I want to add them and get positive 3. So both of these are going to be positive. So here I have 4x plus 1, x plus 2. This would be my completely factored solution. Now let's look at the one in the middle. You must do GCF before you try to factor the trinomial. So here I'm looking for 2, because 2 is the largest number that can go into all three. That leaves me with x squared minus 4x minus 12. Now look at the last number. The last number here is negative 12. All right, we're going to think about multiples. 1 and 12. Can I combine that in any way to get 4? No. All right, what about 2 and 6? Maybe. Let's think about it. 2 and 6. 6 minus 2 would give me positive 4. But 2 minus 6, or rather 2 plus negative 6, that would give me the negative 4. Is 2 times negative 6 going to give me negative 12? Yes. So here, these are going to be my values. So I have 2x plus 2 and x minus 6. All right. Here on my last one, I can factor out a 3. That leaves me with x squared minus 5x plus 4. So my last number here is 4, and I'm looking at the multiples of 4, 1 and 4. Can I combine these in any way to get 5? Yes. Okay, now, when I multiply right here, it has to be positive. So both my signs here have to be positive, or both have to be negative. I need to combine them to get a negative 5. So here, both of these are going to be negative, because negative 1 plus negative 4 would give me that negative 5. So I have 3, x minus 1, x minus 4. That's going to be all for this video. I hope that you found it helpful. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments, and we'll see you all in the next video.